In this video, we will change the background of this image and give it a better look. So, before and after. Welcome to my another photo editing tutorial using Photoshop and Lightroom. If you want to check out part 1 of basic photo editing using Lightroom, please click onto the above link, or you can watch it anytime by clicking the link given in description below. Okay, so right now we are in Lightroom and we already done some retouching to this portrait as shown in part 1. Now we will drag this image to Photoshop, including a background image. I will click to the grid view to see all imported photos. Now let's remove a background of this portrait with the nice looking cloud and airplane in the photo. So press and hold Ctrl and select both images we want to edit, and then right click to open the options. Now go to editing and choose editing to Photoshop, CC or CS6 or CS5, whichever Photoshop you have currently. These both images will be opened in Photoshop. If you don't have Lightroom installed, then just generate new file and open images straight to the Photoshop to edit. Once you get both images in Photoshop, open any of the images and select Move tool or press V on your keyboard to select Move tool. Now fun part begins. Select the image, hold it and drag to another image. Remember, don't leave this image until you drop it on top of another image. Once you move to image on top of others, you can resize or adjust the position with the help of this Move tool. Check the checkbox Show Transform Controls to resize this image. Press and hold Shift key on your keyboard to resize the image on the same ratio. Once it's done, click onto the stick checkbox sign and it's done. Now, if you see on layer panel, we have background on top of the main image, and if you try to drag background layer down, you won't be able to do it because the main image is locked. To unlock, just click and drag the lock sign to trace, and now this image is free to move. Now we call this layer as a background layer, so select the layer and double click to rename. I will call it BG for the background. Rename the main image as a main. For the safer side, I will duplicate this main layer. So to make a copy, just go to the layer and select duplicate layer and press OK. Or just press Ctrl J or Command J on your keyboard. Make sure layer is selected, whichever you want to copy. Let's duplicate BG layer and make it invisible by pressing this eye symbol and move it. Click the main copy layer. Now click onto this quick selection tool or press W on your keyboard. If you find this magic wand tool, then press and hold to open and choose quick selection tool. Easy, isn't it? Click and move the brush to make a selection. Press and hold Alt key on your keyboard to deselect the unwanted area you selected by mistake, like this. To increase the brush size, press close bracket on your keyboard several times and then Alt key on your keyboard to remove unwanted selection. Open bracket to reduce size of brush to select small areas like this. I think I'm happy with this. Make sure main layer is selected on the layer panel. Now click the option Refine Edge and open the Refine Edge window. Go to View. Here you will find few options. First, choose on white to check on white background. Take the Smart Radius option. Adjust the radius as per your requirement. I'm happy to go with 1.6 pixels. You can adjust according to your requirement, maybe more. Under Adjust Edge, Smooth Edge, Adjust as per the requirement. To smoothen the edge surface, I will go with this much. Feather a little bit and increase the contrast of the edge. I always like to shift edge by -1% somewhere or more as per the requirement to remove the unwanted background from the edge surface. Now use the Smart Radius brush to blend the edge of the selection with background effectively. Same way, just press and hold Alt key or Option key on your keyboard and brush if you are not happy what you did to undo it. Still the selection doesn't look that good, right? No worries, we will fix it very soon. Just tick in checkbox, decontaminate colors and set it to 50% somewhere and select output to new layer with layer mask. Tick the checkbox if you want it to remember all settings for the future and then press OK. Now you will see new layer has been created with layer mask. Now it still doesn't look that good with the background, so let's fix it. Press Ctrl or Command and plus key on your keyboard to zoom in the image. By the way, for your information, if you want to zoom in, press Ctrl or Command on your keyboard and press plus sign to zoom in or minus sign to zoom out. I will erase these bad looking pixels from the image. So I'm gonna select Erase tool from the tool panel and decrease the hardness all the way to 0. Flow will be set to 100% and then erase this unwanted part of the image. It seems better. To make brush size bigger, close bracket. To make brush size smaller, open bracket. Maybe just remove this part of the hair too. Doesn't affect the image. Still the front image color is not matched with the background and which differentiate our portrait from the background. So what I will do is press Ctrl or Command key on keyboard and click onto the layer mask. This will create selection. Now select background layer or BG layer while selection is still active and press Ctrl or Command J on your keyboard. This will create a copy of the BG layer with only having selection mask, which is important. Now drag this layer on top of the all layers. Go to the filters, then blur and select average. What it will do is it will find out the average color from the image and colorize the whole image with the same color. Go to blending modes while layer 1 is selected and choose color. Now reduce the opacity to make sure it looks better with the background colors. Yep. As our main image is pretty much in focus, it will look much better if we make background out of focus a little bit. To do that, select BG layer and then go to filters and choose blur and then Gaussian blur. Adjust the radius pixels so it will look like it is a little bit out of focus. Maybe 8.4 is better. You can compare before and after by choosing this preview box and it looks much better now. Press Ctrl S to save and then close Photoshop. Go back to Lightroom. You will find new document with all Photoshop adjustment has been generated. Now with the simple way, just export this image and then that's done. Here we change background of this image effectively and looks much better and looks realistic. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Subscribe our channel for more free photo and video editing tutorials. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.